Today's strategies can be very fun to play with, and they might even help your league game. Of course, we're talking about the 4 strategies TITS. T stands for try. Go ahead and play a game and see what happens. I stands for the sentence that you say afterwards, which is I suck at blank. And once you're done figuring out what you suck at, T, think about it. Think about what you suck at. Why do you suck at it? What happened? What caused you to suck at it? And then S, solve. Think of a solution that could possibly fix your sucking. We're going to do a practice run together, and then I'm going to do it live for you afterwards. So, let's say I tried and played a game of Bard. Okay, that was fun. That was good. Maybe some better things. Okay. I suck at roaming. I sat in lane with my finger up and I felt like the other support did more than me. Okay, well let me think about it. Why was I stuck in lane? Was it because my AD carry was lacking brain cells? Was my mid laner giving up prio? Was I afraid to roam? Hard to say. Okay, what's the solution for that? Every time I go back to base, I'm gonna think about roaming before I return to lane. And hopefully, that'll help solve my problem. Now, kids, when you're picking a problem, pick something that is more early game focused. The reason why I recommend you do this is because even though you may get a Baron stolen from you or a big team fight wipe and then you lose the game, most of the reason why you lost is because of mistakes that compounded from the early game. Early game's the only thing guaranteed. You start lane completely neutral most games, excluding invades. Try to center your plan around fixing your early game and then move it to the late game once you have a more solid start to the match. Let's do one together, shall we? I tip her here. I probably could have kited her out and gotten another auto attack, which would have gave us the kill. So I could have autoed, kept walking, and then autoed again, and that would have killed her. But I wanted to donate the kill over to my Kaisa. Something I've been struggling with has been taking kills from people, and so I wanted to donate that kill. But that was a situation where I actually should have taken the kill. When in a counter gank situation, you want to kite and then fight. And so I ended up engaging, backstepped, and missed my W. And slowly kind of walking in, I go for a taunt on or an E on the Xin Zhao. I die, and the Jarvan ends up clutching out a crazy like Q auto for a double kill. So now we know that we have 2 problems. I gave away a free kill when I could have killed the Seraphine, and then I jumped the gun on a counter gank that my Jarvan was setting up. So what I want you guys to do when you're in a situation where you feel like there's a lot of things that you messed up on, just pick one. And so since getting kills, solidifying kills, or stealing kills has been a problem for me, that's the one I'm gonna focus on. In game 2, I was really successful. I didn't take many kills, and the 26 that I was a part of, I only took 2. And one of them is because I needed to, because I was dying. What I did struggle with, however, was whenever someone would roam to our lane, aka this Vex or the Jarvan, I was surprised whenever they stayed and went for a trick play. And so my awareness was kind of low. Let me show you. So here you can see the Vex shoving my wave and going up middle. And I see this little scan right here from the Blitzcrank. What I notice is the Blitzcrank comes down and starts clearing the ward. And in my head, I'm assuming the Vex is gonna just go back to middle and farm because she's got a wave crashing. But anytime you assume, you know what happens. So what ends up happening, let's just take our vision over to red. And she was waiting for me the whole time and CC chains off of the Blitz hook and gets a free ult. So I go down for this. It was a really good play by them. And this is something that if I was a little bit better, if I could anticipate the possibility of her doing this, if I could say, hey, this Blitzcrank sure is cocky, he probably has someone behind him that isn't just as Samira in lane, that would cause me to pull the Vex to my lane, and she wouldn't be getting any of the XP or gold that she's missing in middle. So you need to learn how to soak pressure. So that's what my goal is going to be for game 3. If someone comes to my lane, I'm going to give them about 10 more seconds of respect so that I can maybe deny them some XP and gold in middle and make sure that I don't die myself in bot lane. So from game 3, my goal was to not get caught off guard by people positioning around the map. And at this point, they had gone to do Dragon, and Aphelios was just pushing out bottom wave. So I cleared this vision, and I just stood here kind of positioning for Aphelios. And guess what? They didn't go to Dragon. They fucking got me again. And that happens sometimes. But as you can see that we've drawn a commonality from the issues that we had in game 2 with the issues that we had in game 3, this game. So that means this is clearly a place that we need to continue to work on and say, you know what? What am I assuming right now? What do I actually know? And what's the correct, safest option for me? And for me, get a ward in this bush and maybe just sit in her tower. Because if Aphelios isn't DPSing the dragon, it's going to take them a while. and I need to play as if he has backup. Not that he might have backup, but he does have backup. Play around it, basically. So here we are at the end of the video. I hope you like the strategy breakdown. I hope it works for you. I hope it's a good way for you to think about each game and how to move from game to game. I wanted to point out the fact that even though my goal from game 1 to game 2 shifted when compared to my goal from game 2 to game 3, that's normal. It's normal for your goals to shift as you play the game because you're not going to play the same every day, all day. You're going to need to work on different things as you climb the ranked ladder. But sometimes you're going to get stuck on things, and clearly my awareness is something I'm stuck on right now. And that's fine. That's just what I need to focus on. So if I'm going to go to bed right now and wake up tomorrow and still play a couple of games, I should start with my first goal being awareness. It should be map awareness. I want to leave you guys with a solution, a solve for that. When I see someone leave my screen and they move into the fog of war, I'm now going to say, so-and-so is going blank, but they could still be here. Xin Zhao is going to Dragon, but he could still be in River. Blitzcrank recalled, so he's probably going to gank top lane, but he could sprint down middle to get me. All of this verbalizing allows your brain to kind of keep a more up-to-date tally on what's going around the map. So I want you guys to try this stuff out. Tell me how it works. Tell me if it works. Tell me if it's a bunch of hot garbage. I'd love to hear it. And I hope you have a great day.